Alright guys, to start we're going to prime our eyelids, and as always I'm using my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And then I'm just setting that with some face powder, and I'm going to start by using Foxy from the Naked 2 palette. I'm just going to be buffing that into my crease. Then I am taking a fluffy crease brush, just a little bit denser than the first one that I used. A little bit more dense. I don't even think denser is a word. And I'm taking the color Tease, and I'm going to buff that into my crease as well. I really wanted to take this out kind of far because I wanted it to wing. So I kind of took it almost to my brow, but not exactly. And then I'm going in with a gel liner. I just used the L'Oreal gel liner because that's what I had. And I did like the base of a wing, and then I'm taking a little bit of the gel liner into my crease, into my natural crease. If you don't have a crease, or if your eyes are kind of hooded or something, you can always go a little bit above your crease. I actually found this technique from Amy's Makeup Box. I was watching one of her videos and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I think I'm going to try that. And it seemed to work, so I really liked it. So now I am taking the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I'm going into the color Activist. And this is my IT Cosmetics blending crease brush, I believe is what it's called. But it's a little bit more precise than just a normal crease brush. And I took Activist and I'm kind of buffing out that gel liner. I did wait until the gel liner dried a little bit because I didn't want to smudge it. And this look again is a lot of back and forth. I actually probably could have even blended a little bit longer, because the more I look at it, I'm like, oh, that looks so unblended. But practice makes perfect, you know what I mean? So the next time I do a look like this, I'll just keep blending. So now I'm taking a very defined brush. This is from like a BH Cosmetics brush kit that I purchased. I'm not even sure if it's like technically a pencil brush or not, but it's very, very precise. So I like it for really good detail work. So I just took a little bit of black out from the Naked 2 palette, and I'm going over the gel liner, trying to just blend everything together. You really need to take your time with this look, and I'll be completely honest, I was getting a little frustrated because my camera kept getting, I guess, overheated and it would stop filming. So I was getting very frustrated at this point. So that's why you keep seeing me looking over to my monitor to make sure that my camera is still actually recording me. So I probably could have done this a lot more neater and a lot like slower, even though I did speed up the time because otherwise we would be here for hours. But you just got to take your time with this, and you can't really get frustrated because makeup, like everything else, you just got to take your time, and it does come off at the end of the day. So even if you do make a mistake, you can, wipe it away. But just take deep breaths and keep on going. So now to get that wing, I am just going to use a makeup wipe, which for some reason I can never get really straight. And then I'm going to go back in and continuing to blend, because blending is life. Okay, so to really cut that crease, I'm just going in with a little concealer brush, and this is actually an e.l.f. concealer brush. It was $2 and I love it. It's so tiny. And I'm going in with that soft ochre paint pot again and just cleaning up the lid. Because when you're working with dark shadows, they tend to fall down and there's nothing you can really do about it. So you can just go right in and clean it up. And then on top of that, I am adding Half Baked from the Naked 2 palette. It's one of my favorite gold shades. And then I just took my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper and I kind of just filled in like the rest of my upper lash line, just so when I applied lashes there wouldn't be a gap. I always have to make sure like my eyes look even because my eyes actually aren't even. So whenever I do winged liner, any type of eye look, I'm always constantly closing one eye and opening the other. Does anybody else like do that, or is that just me? And then I always go back in and I fix things. Oh man, I am such a perfectionist sometimes, but even though I know like this look I probably could have done it even better, you know what, you just have those days. And I'm sorry if I sound like really raspy. For some reason I'm like losing my voice and my mom is sick. I'm hoping she's not getting me sick either. Ugh. So literally I'm just trying to perfect this because I keep going back and forth. You don't have to do all of this. It's just me. I don't know why I do it. And now I am highlighting my brow bone with, oh my goodness, what is the shade called? Oh my goodness, it's like Booty Call. That's it. I highlighted my brow bone with Booty Call from the Naked 2 palette. And I am just applying some mascara to prep my lashes for falsies. And I'm using my favorite mascara, which I'm sure you guys already know is the Benefit Roller Lash. And now I'm going to be lining my waterline, and I'm taking the IT Cosmetics Gel Black Liner, and I find that this, for me, does not run and it stays put, and I got an Ipsy bag and I'm so happy. And now I'm taking lashes, and these are Soft Touch lashes by Ardell. I love Ardell lashes. I mean, they're so affordable and they're really, really nice. Have any of you ever tried to put on lashes and like everything's going really great, but that inner corner part of the lash just doesn't want to stay? Like, I thought I had it on, and then I finished filming and I was going through the footage, and you can probably see it, you can see it in my intro. The freaking inner corner lash just didn't want to stay glued. It's so frustrating. Does anybody else get frustrated with fake lashes? Because I know I do. Okay, so now we're going to start on the face, and I'm taking my favorite primer, which is the Benefit Professional. I will always love this primer. I actually want to try their new like matte rescue one. I hear that's good too, and I can only imagine that it's good because the Professional is so good. So I'm just buffing that into my skin with my fingers, and then I'm sure you guys know that the Smashbox primer water was coming. So I'm spraying that on my face, and then I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte foundation. I heard this was kind of a dupe for the Amazonian Clay for Tarte. I did use it in one of my previous videos and I did like it, so I wanted to use it again. And I'm going in and I'm buffing that into my skin with the My Makeup brush set. One of their brushes. There's not really numbers on them, but this is kind of like the medium size brush. There is a bigger one. And I just like to buff this into my skin, and then I'll go back in and I will go in with the damp sponge and kind of, you know, pat it into my skin even more because this is kind of full coverage. So I like to get some of that excess away. So now to contour and highlight, I'm using the Glamifage concealer, and then I'm using the ColourPop sculpting stick. And also, in the video I watched from Amy's Makeup Box, she did this dot-to-dot contouring, which you can see I tried, and I'm laughing at myself because it just did not work. I messed it up royally. Not that it matters because I can just blend it away, but it looks ridiculous. She did it, oh, there's my phone. She did it so much nicer, so I had to suggest watching Amy's Makeup Box. She's a really, really good makeup artist. I've learned a lot of cool tips from her. So I'm just going in with all the different spots, and then I'm just going to blend everything in. I did use a little brush from the My Makeup brush set, a smaller one, to blend in the concealer, and then I used an even smaller one to blend in the contour, which my camera cut out again, so you guys didn't see. But I do go back over it with a beauty blender, as always. And then I'm baking, and I decided to try to bake again and add the powder with the damp sponge. Because I think what I was doing is I was picking up too much powder, and it was caking on my face. Because I did watch another Jaclyn Hill video, and she loves to apply the powder with a damp sponge. So I was like, you know what? I might as well give it a try. And then I'm going in with Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, which is my absolute favorite bronzer, and I'm just bronzing up my face. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I tried to make my own ring light. It turned out to be more of like a square light because I didn't actually have enough room to make a huge circle. I just got this piece of like cardboard poster paper thing from from Target, and I poked holes through it because it was already kind of shiny, and I put lights through it, and you know what? It's kind of working. I have to figure out a way to get it to sit with my camera so it doesn't move around because it was doing a lot of that too. But it's kind of helping with the light situation because I feel like my face was very washed out. So that's why, like, if I lean a little bit forward and you see a lot of, like, yellow light or you see that reflection on the back of, like, my makeup palettes, it's because of that light that I tried to make. Try to DIY when you're broke. That's what I do. And all I did there was I went over with face powder like I usually do to kind of just make the contour a little more subtle. And then I figured it was too subtle, so I went back over it. I'm very indecisive sometimes when it comes to doing my makeup. So now I'm going in with blush, and this is by ColorMates again, the $1 blush that I've been using to death, and it's in Tawny Peach, and I applied that, and yet again, my camera overheated. I'm starting to think it's because of the light that I made, because it is around my camera, so you didn't get to see me put the blush on, but as normal, I just put it on the apples of my cheeks, and now I'm doing the lower lash line, and I'm going in with Tease, and I just buff that into the lower lash line, and then I'm putting the black gel liner only on the outer third of my eyes because I kind of wanted to keep that same effect that the darker was on like the outer third of my eye. So I did that, and then I'm going to go in and buff that out with that pencil brush and a little bit of Blackout from the Naked 2 palette. So now I'm going in with highlight, and I'm going in with Champagne Pop and my favorite highlighting brush from Luxie, which I also got in my Ipsy bag. But I didn't show you Champagne Pop because it is literally shattered everywhere, and if I pick it up, I'm afraid I'm going to break it completely. And then I'm just applying mascara to my lower lash line. So now I'm going in with my favorite lip combo, and I'm taking the e.l.f. matte lip cream or lipstick in Praline, and I'm adding that on the outer corners of my lips. And then I'm taking Kylie Cosmetics Exposed, which I got from my friend because she bought it and didn't really like it. She didn't think she would wear it, so she told me I could take it from her, so I'm going to buy it. Well, I'm going to give her money for it, so thank you for letting me have it. But I'm taking Exposed, and I'm going to put that in the center of my lips, and it just gives a really nice ombre lip, and it's really, really pretty for fall. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this and that you go out and try it yourself. it was really, really fun. Again, if you like this, don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next time.